What's up, everybody? So we are back. Sweet Life Los Angeles, season 1, episode 2. Good vibes only. This episode was the shit. I'm enjoying this show a lot. Like this show is kind of like a breath of fresh air in the reality TV world. Like I'm feeling the shit out this show. Um, so getting into this episode, so Thailand, Amanda, and Cheryl, they taking a walk through the park and going over the events of the night before at Thailand's party, her all black party. And they were wondering like what was up with Becky popping up and all that at the party. And Ty Lynn, she wasn't upset about Becky being there. It's not like they got beef or nothing like that. But she just didn't like the way Brie went about it. Like she could have felt like, hey, you could have text me, call me, and be like, hey, is it okay if I bring Brie? I mean, if I bring Becky. I feel that because I'm the same way. Do not bring somebody to my event without talking to me first. That's like huge. Don't do that because to me that's a sign of disrespect. Like, come on now, you got my number and you know how I am, so pick up the phone and call. So anyway, now they all talking about how happy they are to be going to Palm Springs for Amanda's 25th birthday. That sounds like a fun ass trip though. Palm Springs, that's lit, especially with good friends. That's dope. I definitely get where Thailand coming from because I'm the same way. When it's my friend's birthday, ain't no negativity around this bitch. It ain't gonna be had. It's either come with a good time or take your ass, turn around and go fuck back home. Period. That's just what it is. Like, don't come up here with no negativity. And I feel her on that. She want to make sure her best friend had the best time. This is, 25 is a big time. That's a milestone, quarter of a century. That's huge. So I totally get it. Come with the best intentions and with the best vibes, or don't come at all. Um, so of course, they're talking about the money aspect because Amanda was like, she need Thailand to be the bad cop and make sure that motherfuckers done paid their fees, for room and board. They done paid their portion of the trip. Because they were renting out a house and stuff. So she was like, just make sure that they paid their part. And I agree. I was like, yep, you gotta make sure. You gotta make sure that they paid, because I'm big on that too. Whenever we go somewhere, like, make sure you got your money or else your ass ain't coming. So anyway, moving on from that. So Thailand and Bree head off to, this little spot or whatever. And they walking and talking about love. So they all up in this crystal shop and stuff, talking about relationships and all that. Because Bree is I mean, not Bree, Thailand is very protective of Bree when it comes to Jordan and his intentions. Because she does not want to see Bree go down that rabbit hole again, because she already dealt with an ain't shit dude. And they want to make sure that, Jordan's intentions towards her are sincere, that they're genuine. Because Thailand already feels like he's a playboy, like, he want to play the field, that he not looking for nothing serious, and she don't want to see Bree jump head first into this shit trying to get into a relationship with him and he play her. And I agree with that. I totally agree with that because ain't no telling with him. Like there's really just no telling with Jordan and what his intentions are. So I totally get it. You know what I mean? And they were getting emotional as shit talking about relationships, but I totally get where Bree coming from. Bree was like, I'm just trying to hoe out my 20s. And I love that because that's what I'm doing. It's like, be a hoe. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Be a safe one though. Be a safe one. Listen, y'all with these damn sneaky links, check they my chart first before y'all do anything sexual. Check the my chart. Make sure everything is negative, 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 negative. Um, just be safe but have fun. It's like that's what I'm about. I'm in my 20s. I want to have fun. I ain't looking for nothing serious. But I think with Bree, I think she'll be down for something serious if it happens. I think she just wants it to happen naturally, organically, but she not looking for it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the best way to go. Just don't look for it. Let it come to you when it's ready. Because she was talking about how she's been single for 3 years, and Thailand was talking about how she been single for 7 years before she got with Jalen. Um, and that's crazy, and she was crying about that and stuff because she just was thinking like, damn, she ain't never gonna find nobody. She always gonna be alone. I mean, I think a lot of people had those thoughts in those moments, like, damn, I'm gonna be single forever. And you just gotta wait for it to come. Your time will definitely come. It's gonna pop up. Trust, your time is gonna be there. You just gotta sit back and let it happen naturally. Sometimes the best way to go is to just don't go looking for it. Just let it come to you. Um, so anyway, moving on from that, fucking Jordan popped up to Bree house or whatever, dropping off some of his clothing, some outfits from his clothing line for her for free. I was like, see, I love shit like that. Give me some free shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I like that. Free sweatsuits and shit. I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about, Jordan. Step your game up. That's what I'm talking about. He trying to get up in there. Um, and they talking about, maybe he could drive her down to Palm Springs. They could ride down there together. She was like, yeah, if you cool with Becky coming. And shit, Jordan was like, I'm cool with Becky coming. He was like, shit, I ain't got no awkwardness in me for Becky. He was like, shit, Becky want to roll with us, she can. I don't see why it would be awkward because at the party, at Ty party, they got everything out in the open. So it should not be no awkwardness. It really shouldn't be. Um, so anyway, Gerald and fucking PJ come over to Jordan house, and he making them some healthy smoothies or shakes or whatever for them to drink and whatnot. And they put all the drinks down on the damn counter. And my first thought was, where's the coasters? I'm big on that, especially a white countertop. No, give me a coaster. I do not. No, you do not put that down on a white counter. Jordan, get you some coasters, sir. You make enough money, get you some coasters. You drive a Tesla, you can afford a coaster. Um. So anyway, they sitting down, they wanting to know from him like what happened between him and Becky when they was talking and dating or whatever. And he was being very vague. Like, you know how celebrities do in interviews where you ask them a question and they answer the question without actually answering the question? Because he talking about, oh, not to be too direct. And, he talking about putting a lime in there and shaking it up. I said, what the fuck does that mean? He was just talking gibberish. And you still ain't get no concrete answer about what happened between them. And I think I can draw a conclusion from that. He want to be a hoe. That's all it is. And PJ basically feel like some type of way towards Becky at this point because he felt it was fucked up on her part not to tell him that she smashed Jordan or whatever. I mean, maybe she could have told PJ because they run in the same circles. But at the end of the day, it's not like him and Jordan are friends. They're not really besties or nothing like that. And on the very first episode, Jordan made that very clear. He was like, he's more Gerald's friend. He made that abundantly clear. Y'all just run in the same circle. That's about all. And at the end of the day, she's single. She was single. She was, do what you want to do. I mean, I kind of get where he was coming from with that because I too would like a heads up because we run in the same circles. But I wouldn't use that as an excuse like, oh, I'm not gonna fuck with you now because you fucked with somebody I roll with or whatever. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go that far. You know what I'm saying? Because I do tend to like Becky to an extent, so I wouldn't go that far on it. But I get where PJ coming from though. Don't have me out here looking stupid like I'm trying to talk to you and you ran around with Jordan and didn't let me know. I feel him on that. I definitely do. So anyway, moving on from that, PJ done picked up his Mama Juanita. He done took her to lunch or whatever. They was talking about him possibly getting a tattoo. And Juanita wasn't here for it. Juanita was like, nah, you ain't get no tattoo. He's sitting there talking about, oh, I'm grown. Juanita looked at him like all black mamas look at their kids. Like, first of all, you are not grown. I will fuck you up. That's how Juanita was looking at him. Don't get it twisted. You ain't too grown to get smacked upside your head. My mama done looked at me the same way quite a few times. But they were sitting down having lunch and all that. Looked like they was having some good food too. I think they went to Mud Deer's. They had some good looking food. That fried chicken was looking like it was on point. And they was just talking about his work stuff and all that. He was saying how, it's tough, it's hard, but that's what he asked for, so he getting there. And then they started talking about his love life, talking about he got a few potentials and stuff like that. His mother definitely is a writer. She was like, I got your back. I'm gonna find somebody. She said, you gonna find somebody genuine and stuff like that, which is true. I was like, that's cool, but I wasn't really feeling that scene after I watched the other part of this episode because I was like, he did some fuck shit, but I'm gonna get on that in a minute. So anyway, the girls link up at the hair salon or whatever. Thailand, Cheryl, Amanda, Bree, they all link up or whatever because they were talking about how Rob and Jalen were gonna be around the other dudes. You know, because Jalen he's like a social butterfly. He's very quirky, very fun, but he could say some outlandish shit. Like he'd sit there and say, "Oh, Chief Keef better than fucking Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Nipsey." You know, and she was like, yeah, he might rub people the wrong way. Because he got that ability. Like, he'll start a debate with a motherfucker in a minute about why this one better. So, you know, I think it's like a funny thing with him. But, you know, they was kind of a little worried about Rob because they was like, Rob not from Cali. He's not a Cali native. You know, he's from Chi-Town. He's from Chicago. So they don't know. I felt like it was going to go good because from what I've seen of Rob and Jalen from the first episode, I liked them. I was like, they seem like they're mad fucking cool. They get along with anybody. They seem real cool. So I was like, I don't think they have a problem with anybody, honestly. Um, so of course Bree come in there, you know, telling them about Jordan and all that stuff, him giving her free stuff and all that. I agree though. I just feel like she really do need to take her time with Jordan until she could figure him out and what he want. You know what I'm saying? Just take your time with him. Don't be all serious and rush into nothing. Um, and I'm glad, you know, Cheryl and Bree actually had a moment to have a conversation because in the first episode it didn't look like they were probably gonna get along too well. But after they talked and stuff, they really did get along because I love that, you know, Cheryl was talking about her clothing line and stuff like that. And she was like, you know, she put together like 30 pieces and that shit sold out in the first run. I said, that's how you be on your business. That's how you be on your shit. And I like that. I say, handle your business. Um, and that's dope because any entrepreneur know, like, you know, creating things from the ground up is never easy. So to see how many people fuck with her like that and her designs, that's dope. So I'm happy for her. Um, and Bree pretty much admitted to her, she was like, you know, I be stalking your Instagram. She said, I be stalking your shit. And she felt like Cheryl is a lot sweeter in person than she thought she would be from judging from her Instagram. Because she was like, some of her pictures, she be looking hard. Like, she be looking cold. So, and that's what I love. Because Cheryl, she does seem like a sweetheart. She seems like she's very down to earth, very cool. She just don't do the drama, the bullshit. But she's mad cool. And I'm glad her and Bree sat down and had that conversation. So anyway, moving on from that, everybody getting ready to start packing. They getting all their stuff packed up for Palm Springs. This fool Jalen, him and fucking Thailand are some freaky deaky, freaky deakies. He said, baby, he said, you got the handcuffs? I said, oh, we on that type of time. We on demon time for real. This fool said, do you have the lube, the butt plugs? I said, oh, hell no. I said, who using the butt plugs? Which one of y'all using them? Because he was giddy as fuck when he mentioned butt plugs. I said, which one of y'all use those? Yeah, y'all some freaks. I said, oh shit, they about to get turned the fuck up in Palm Springs. I said, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all about to get lit. They up there about to get loose. So, you know, they drive up there. So Rob and, you know, Amanda and Tylen and Jalen are the first to arrive and stuff like that. And, you know, they got the good vibes sign hanging up and all that good stuff. And, you know, they drinking wine and Sage in the place. When she pulled out that Sage, she had to pull out the Sage because the wind was blowing and shit done knocked the damn sign down. She said, nope, let me get my Sage. She said, let me get my shit. Because she was like, that's a bad omen. And the house that they rented for the birthday party, for the birthday weekend, that house was immaculate. That was so beautiful. That's the type of time I'm trying to be on with my friends too. When we go out of town and stuff, that's what I'm trying to be on. I would love to stay in a nice hotel, but if we can rent a nice home, that's the type of house I would love to stay in. That shit looks so refreshing. It looks so relaxing. That shit was so beautiful. Um so, you know, they texting everybody trying to figure out where the fuck everybody at because everybody talking about, oh, we not far, we on our way. And she was like, y'all motherfuckers said that an hour ago. Where y'all at? So, you know, everybody pull up. You know, they see the house, everybody pulling up and all that, having a good time. This mother bitch, we see a fucking nice ass McLaren popping up to the house. Somebody driving a McLaren, everybody looking at the car like, who the fuck is that? Bitch, PJ done came up in a McLaren. I said, oh, hell to the no. How you got money for a McLaren? And even Bree said it, and I bust out laughing when Bree said it. She said, wasn't his ass just driving a Honda? He was just driving a Honda and you in a McLaren? I said, Negro, your money ain't step up that quick. Ain't no way your money came up that fast. And I knew it. I said, that damn McLaren is rented. I said, he rented that shit to stunt. My thing about that is, I'm sorry, but if I got a beat up Honda, I'm going to drive that beat up Honda. I know everybody else around me got nicer cars and Teslas and shit, but I'm going to stick to my financial structure. Okay, if that's not financially where I'm at, I'm going to stick to my financial place. And it's this raggedy ass Honda. That's where I'm going to stick to. I ain't about to rent no $1 million car, however much a McLaren costs, just to stun our friends. Who know I drive a Honda. They all know you drive. They know what you drive. You don't need to stunt for them. And Jordan and them was laughing their ass off because they was like, this motherfucker done rented a McLaren and he rented a girl. Because he done pulled up with fucking Miami, with a chick named Miami. Nobody really know who Miami is. The only person who know her like that is Ty Lynn. She the only person that know. And she was shocked that he pulled up with her because she was like, she was like, I didn't even know he knew Miami like that. So he pulled up with her, and Amanda and them was not here for that. And I thought that was some fuck shit. And I felt like it was some bitch shit on his part because, like, why would you pull up in this McLaren in with a female that was not invited, trying to upstage the birthday girl? And I felt like that's what he was doing, coming in with this little silk gaudy shirt on. Like them type of shirts that The Rock used to wear back in WWF back in '99. Them little loud shirts. Yeah, trying to pull up, trying to flash. I was like, this motherfucker here. If Amanda was better than me because I would have cussed some bitches out. Like, you are not about to pull up with somebody who is not invited. Sorry, not sorry. And I would have straight up asked, like, and that's what Amanda said. She said, so where is she supposed to sleep? She was like, because the rooms are all accounted for. He talking about she could sleep with me. She said, you goddamn right. And I would have asked her, ma'am, do you have your portion of the money to stay here? That's what I would have said. Because everybody paid their way to come up and through here. You ain't pay shit. We ain't even know you was coming. I felt like that's rude. Because you don't invite somebody to somebody's birthday weekend and don't call and say, hey, can I bring such and such? It's called respect and common courtesy. I would have took that as disrespect. I really would have. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. So he's sitting there all souped and shit, talking about, oh, don't touch the car, don't touch the car. You damn right don't touch the car, because they get one little ding or scratch on it, motherfucker, you got to come out of pocket for the paint job. That's why he all, don't touch the car. Because it's going right back Monday. You know it, so don't play. As soon as the weekend is over, that bitch going back. So, Amanda was asking Miami all these questions like, oh, have you been COVID tested and all that? Because we live in a bubble, and if anything go down and one of us catch it, it's on him. She was like, oh, I wouldn't have came if I wasn't tested. Well, your ass shouldn't have came, period, because you wasn't invited. I'm just saying, don't come in here with that attitude. Like, Amanda looked like she was ready to take them flowers and smack her upside the face, but Amanda kept her cool because she was like, at the end of the day, bitch, this is my birthday. I ain't about to get lit with nobody on my birthday. Like, I ain't about to fuck nobody up on my shit. This is my birthday. Let me keep the good vibes. And Jordan was laughing like a motherfucker, taunting his ass. They said this motherfucker came rented car, rented girl. And I felt like he brought Miami to be funny. He did that shit to get back at Becky. He really did. He brought that girl there to get back at Becky because Becky was not here for this shit. And she was pissed. And even Brie was like, why would you bring another girl here? Honestly, I like how Ty Lynn pulled Miami to the side. She was like, listen, we all here for a good time. We ain't here for no drama. All that good stuff. And I agree. It's her friend, her birthday party. And she don't even know Miami. So don't come in with the bullshit. So, of course, Becky was like asking people questions like, oh, is she staying? Like asking if Miami was staying the night or whatever. And Miami overheard it and she came, confronted Becky, talking about, oh, did you have a question? Did you want to talk to me about something? She was like, no. She was like, did you have a question? I'm asking you. Like, Becky, just walk away. And that's why I'm glad Amanda popped up and Amanda was like, let's go check out the rooms. Amanda was like, diffusing the situation like, listen, the rooms are beautiful. Let's go check them out. And I like that because she wasn't like about to let no drama happen on her birthday. This is your first night in the house. We ain't about to do this shit today. We're not about to do this at all this weekend. It's not what we're here for. And I agree. Don't start no drama on nobody's birthday. That's tacky as fuck. And I feel like if Becky has an issue, don't have an issue with Miami. Have an issue with PJ. Because to me, PJ was on some fuck shit even bringing her there without asking. You should have confront PJ and talked to PJ about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't confront the girl. And I was pissed off at fucking Miami because she's sitting there talking to Cheryl like, oh, her little watered down outfit or her whatever. I'm like, her flooded outfit or whatever. Why are you throwing daggers at that girl? Like, shut up. Damn, like, why are you causing drama? Just keep it moving. Go get you a drink. Go be around PJ, whatever, and shut your mouth. Like, it's somebody's birthday and you acting a fool. Keeping the shit going. Like, stop antagonizing the shit. And Cheryl is me because I agree. Cheryl was like, she was like, this is why I be around Gerald and the boys because I ain't got time for goofy shit like this. I was like, exactly. It's stupid. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this, and I'll see y'all all later. Peace.